I'm Damari Gray. You're watching Reggae Boys Commentary.
I'm Altaman Freddie Butler.
And I'm Ricardo Baby Gardner, and you are watching the Reggae Boys Commentary.
Reggae Boys Commentary, live and direct every time.
This video is brought to you by Andy Gone Nuts. 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876-586-0471. This video is brought to you by Starboys Juices, infusing fruits with sea moss in Philadelphia and New Jersey. Refreshing, nutritious, and delicious. There are numerous flavors to choose from. There is strawberry sea moss, peanut hard-on, beaten thing, pineapple sea moss, mango sea moss, pineapple ginger, ginger root, cucumber ginger, and so much more. Call Starboys at 1-267-904-3454. Hey guys, thank you so much for taking your time out to watch this video in particular. But let me give you an update on a channel called Sports City. Yes, Sports City. It is a channel dedicated to everything related to Jamaican sports. Football, cricket, athletics, netball, rugby league, rugby union, tennis, lacrosse, swimming, you name it, we got it on Sports City. And what is the channel designed to do? It is designed to highlight Jamaican talents across all of those sporting disciplines. If you're a Jamaican and you're playing that sport, then we got you covered on Sports City. So it's quite simple, guys. Hit the subscribe button to Sports City right now. Good evening, everybody. I'm Simon Preston. Welcome back to Reggae Boys Commentary. This is the platform where we'll come together to discuss everything in relation to Jamaican football. This is your hub for everything Jamaican football related. Are you guys doing okay? Well, I certainly hope that you're well. And it's great to see those in the comments as well, interacting quite early. Richard Green says, bless up Simon, Jamaican Englishman, Simon P. Dea. Taveen Starad, greetings, Simon, greetings. How are you doing, man? I'm so special. Good evening, everyone. Paul Wright says, blessings to one and all. Danny Spalding as well says, up, Simon. How are you? All is well? How is everybody doing? Hope everybody is doing okay so that we can get right into this video in particular. But before we get into the content of this video in particular, what I want to do for you guys first is play a video, right? Because it brought back some memories for me, and I know that it would do the same for you as well. Okay? So let me share the video with you. And then, of course, you give me your thoughts as well. Because when I saw it, I was honestly, I couldn't stop smiling. Take a look at this video and give me your thoughts as well. Carl Largy says, greetings, Simon, all respect. Greetings, how you doing, man? You good? So as I said, take a look at this video and let me know how you feel. All right? It's about 10 seconds, 12 seconds. You know, I could play that video over and over and over and over. Let's play it one more time. Big side, big side. You know, how can you not watch that video and not smile? How can you not watch that video and not smile? You're just captivated by everything. I mean, it just tells us everything that you need right there. And I know persons are joining in quite late to this video, or just joining this video, I should say. So let me play it one more time for those folks. Big side, big side. Yes, Brownman Security 33, good sound. That was in France, or I think those were the friendly matches in the UK. Remember, Jamaica had friendly matches against Queen's Park Rangers and Manchester City prior to the World Cup. You know, we defeated Queen's Park Rangers 2-1, and against Manchester City, we battled to a 0-0 draw. Even though we should have won that game, Nicky Weaver of Manchester City made a lot of, you could say, saves. And it's funny, you know, because, you know, Manchester City were getting themselves prepared for the 98-99 season, and you know, they'll be playing in the third tier of English football, and they needed to be promoted. And you could say Jamaica helped them to be promoted to the second tier and really be where they are today. So Jamaica has contributed to that. When you think about it in the grand scheme of things, the game against Gillingham in '99, so that they could be playing in the second tier of English football, eventually being promoted to the top flight, and then having players like Sean Gota, Paula Wanchop and company in their team. You know, Paul Dickov, Danny Tiato, Super Kevin Morrison. You know, when you think about that team, you had Nicky Weaver. Yeah. The GOAT. Super Kevin Horlock. Yeah, that just gives you that information. Danny Spalding, that was Fitzroy Simpson and Dion Burton. Let me play that one more time. So that was Fitzroy Simpson and Paul Hall. Fitzroy Simpson said, just like that, Reggae Boys invasion to the world. And Dion Burton said, big side, big side. Yeah, it was amazing. So let's get to this video. Let's get to the content of this video and the importance of it as well. Okay, so that is what we're going to do right now, so that everybody understands and that everybody is on the same page with everything here. So that is what we're going to do right now, because remember, what happened is we had, as you all would remember, we started these videos on Thursdays when it was 70 days to go. Remember, when it was 70 days to go, I started the countdown. I was the one who said 70 days to go. And then I did a video 63 days to go. And then I did a video 56 days to go. And then I did another video 49 days to go. And now we're 42 days to go. Just a shade over a month to go. Just a shade over a month to go before we take on the Dominican Republic at home in the World Cup qualifiers. I just heard it. One Jamaica, says Carl Largy. Figo, in terms of information in relation to match time, that is still something that has to be ironed out, but it will be the National Stadium. But in relation to the kickoff time, that's not something that has been been finalized as is, because remember, you're going to have World Cup qualifiers that are taking place across the region, and times have changed since 98. Remember, broadcasting is such an important facet now, where kickoff times are not exactly 8 o'clock or exactly at 7 o'clock. You find that kickoff times are 8:06 or 9:12 or 7:06 or 6:58. There's a reason for these kickoff times, and it's because of broadcasting, because every minute counts. Commercials, pre-game shows, the walkout, the anthems, the handshakes, the starting 11 picture, all of these are specific with a time and a purpose. So that is the exact reason why you don't see, for example, very often a set kickoff time at 7, why a kickoff time is 7:06 or 7:05, just for an example, so that you all are aware. You know, Tavane Starad, good team. I definitely believe that we'll be back in 2026. Absolutely. Times have changed, Vigo. Times have changed tremendously. You have to remember that one, this is 30 years later, almost 30 years later. Secondly, we have to think about broadcasting, because broadcasting television companies have a say as well with CONCACAF in relation to times, to make sure that in a time slot, you don't have Jamaica taking on the Dominican Republic, and at the same time, Guatemala is taking on Dominica. The way that broadcasting is to ensure that there's no overlapment in that regard. And thirdly, in the evening time, it is much cooler, especially for those that parade their talents in Europe, who play professionally in Europe. So there we go. If you think about it, really, there aren't any players in the current squad that are used to a 12 o'clock kickoff. Even players who play in the Jamaica Premier League have a 3:30 kickoff, a 5 o'clock kickoff, a 7 o'clock kickoff, or an 8 o'clock kickoff. And that is the truth. That is the fact behind it. The only matches in CONCACAF where you have an early afternoon kickoff, say 3 o'clock, it's in Cuba because of their lights. Because of venues that don't have lights, you find that their matches are held in the early afternoon time frame. So matches that you see in the Caribbean where you have an early kickoff, like I believe the match against the British Virgin Islands, I'm not sure if they have lights. I'll have to check on that. But to the best of my knowledge, we're looking at a scenario where that is like a mid-afternoon kickoff, just to get a bit of perspective into things here. But of course, we will see when everything unfolds, So what you're seeing on your screen right now, it's the groups for World Cup qualifying. We are 42 days to go. And you know what that means? Next week, we're 35 days to go. And then the week after, we're 28 days to go. And then the week after that, 21 days to go. And then the week after that, 14 days to go. And then a week after that, it's 7 days to go. And the week after that, it's going to be kickoff. Yep, I remember that Figo. And that was again down to broadcasting. I remember that match intently. I remember that Canada only needed a point to get to the final round. I remember that match. I really do. Stephen Hart was the coach of Canada, and it's been a trend in South America, rather Central America, where they've had, mid-afternoon kickoffs. Remember the Honduran squad is a squad that mostly has domestic players in their squad, so they're used to that. Not like a Jamaica, a Trinidad, that has the bulk of their squad playing their talent in the US or in Europe. A lot of Central American countries, if you look at their squad, like a Guatemala, the bulk of their squad is domestic based. So they play for clubs like Comunicaciones, Municipal, and so on and so on. So I know many persons are starting to ask about the third round. How are they going to decide who goes to the third round? The reality is that CONCACAF have not announced as yet how the third round will be done in terms of the draw. But look, once we finish at the top of our group, once we remain where we are in the rankings or move up, then we will be one of the highest seeded teams, if not the highest seeded team, heading into the third round of the qualifiers. And once we are one of the highest seeded teams, then that is exactly what we want. So, in order to be one of the highest seeded teams or the highest seeded team in the third round of the World Cup qualifiers, what do we need to do? One, pick up 12 points. Two, establish a healthy goal difference. And three, ensure that steps 1 and 2 are done effectively. That is the important thing. Matic, you're talking about Copa America. That's when you would have a provisional list. You wouldn't have a provisional list for World Cup qualifying or a friendly match. A provisional list is for a tournament like Gold Cup, Nations League, Copa America. So there wouldn't be a provisional list for World Cup qualifying. Well, Figa, I'm not sure if you remember, but remember the last World Cup qualifying cycle in CONCACAF? Prior to the final round of 8 teams, you had a group similar to the second round where Canada had to host Suriname, that took on the Cayman Islands, Aruba. So you had a similar situation where they had 2 games away, 2 games at home. And that's why I think the Nations League was so important for us in that preparation. Where we know when we're experiencing a situation where we're playing teams on the road that we're not going to play at home, and we're playing teams at home that we're not going to play away. So I think the Nations League this cycle was extremely important for us to get into that habit. And that is why the next edition of the Nations League is also very important for us. I know many people are saying, well, Simon, I'm disappointed we're not getting an automatic bye to the quarterfinals. But let me tell you something, it's another opportunity for us to get used to that system of playing a team away and not playing them at home, and playing them at home and not playing them away. So, it's about using these opportunities to learn. The Nations League, the Copa America, the Gold Cup, all of these things are geared towards World Cup qualifying and the preparation towards that. In the space of a year, we've been to 2 semifinals, a Gold Cup semifinal, a Nations League semifinal. We've walked home with a bronze medal. Now we have World Cup qualifying in June. We need 6 points in the month of June. We have a Copa America. We've never scored a goal at the Copa America. We haven't picked up a point at the Copa America. We've never won a game at the Copa America yet. But now this is our opportunity to go and create history. And step by step, we continue and keep going and going and going and going and keep chipping away, chipping away, chipping away, chipping away, chipping away. For the Copa America, Matic, the governing body of South American football, CONMEBOL, have revealed that it would be at some point in May, but a specific date that will come in due course. Michael says, more blessings, Simon's blessings. How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. Lansley Blake says, checking in, big up Reggae Boys commentary and Sports City family. Mr. Blake, how are you doing, sir? Mr. Lansley Blake, hope you are doing well, sir. So, yeah, already. Tavane starts as, I think Copa America can help build the team going forward for qualifying. Absolutely. Absolutely. High quality games against Mexico, Ecuador, Venezuela. And then in the quarterfinals, you're looking at one of Argentina, you're looking at one of Chile, Peru, or Canada, right? And in the semifinal, you're also looking at an Argentina or a Mexico, perhaps. And in the final, you're looking at one of a Brazil, a Colombia, Uruguay, or the United States. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, June is an exciting month. 5 matches. We have 5 matches in the month of June. 5 matches in June. 2 World Cup qualifiers and 3 games in the group stages of the CONCACAF Nations League. Rather, the Copa America, in the group stages of Copa America. And based on that, that will determine how July goes. And that means that in July, then we can play up to 3 matches in July, where you have the quarterfinals, the semifinals, and the finals of the Copa America. There's also a 3rd place playoff as well. All right. So that's the situation there. Agility, how you doing, man? Hope you're doing well, man. Big up, big up, big up, big up. Great to hear from you. I know persons are joining in late. Maybe I should play back the video for those that didn't get to see it. Let me play it one more time. Yeah, let me play it one more time. All right, so everybody can have a smile this evening. No, I have to play that one more time. I have to play that one more time because memories, amazing, 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 amazing memories. Reggae Boys, Invasion at World, big side, big side. You just have to smile when you watch a video like that. You can't be deterred by that at all. And you know what is one of the most asinine things, or one of the most, disappointing things that make me miffed, is that every single Thursday at 6:59 p.m., this ice cream truck passed my yard and make a bag of noise. Every single Thursday, this ice cream truck passed the yard and want make noise. We don't want an ice cream, brother. Every Thursday evening, the ice cream truck coming in my area. Boy, may I tell you. Father Bling says, blessed Simon, bless up. How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well, man. Good to hear from you. How are things your end? Yeah, let me know how you are doing as well. I must tell you though, it's very hot, very, very hot. I have fan on, and I think it's still like 32, 33 degrees Celsius here in Jamaica. Has to be the hottest day of the year in Jamaica. Has to be the hottest day of the year. Tavine Stoddart. Yeah, Whisper has been doing well so far. Chelsea, 4 goals. He has an assist in 7 appearances in the Premier League 2. So it's been quite a pleasant transition, you could say, into football within England in particular. And when you look at the contributions that he's making, you have to be pleased. I know that it's just been amazing, He played against Crystal Palace quite recently. Aston Villa, where he scored 2 and had an assist. Nottingham Forest, he had a goal in that game. Newcastle, he scored in that 7-1 win. He played against Arsenal under 21s, Middlesbrough under 21s as well. So he's had some good involvement within the under 21s and has been showing and strutting his stuff extremely well, So very excited of what he has gone on and accomplished, Yeah. Brando says support Fudgy Simon. True. Brando's right, people. Guys, Brando is right. You guys know that Brando is right. So you guys know what you need to do right away. Right away, you guys need to listen to Brando and do exactly what he says. Smash the like button right now. If you're proud to be Jamaican, smash the like button. If you're looking forward to the World Cup qualifiers, smash the like button. If you wholeheartedly believe like me that we will be on the plane to 2026, you smash the like button. Simple as that. Sounds good? Sounds good. Looks like everybody agrees. So very glad and delighted about that, Yes. Okay. Second round. All right. So these are the groups now. So you're aware. Everybody remembers how the first round went, right? Anguilla and the Turks and Caicos Islands. Anguilla won on penalties 4-3. So Anguilla will be in El Salvador's group. It's a shock because it was anticipated that the Turks and Caicos Islands would have gotten the result. And in the game that concerned Jamaica, the US Virgin Islands took on the British Virgin Islands, and the British Virgin Islands won 4-2 on penalties. The away goal rule was not used. But let's say that if the away goal was used, then the British Virgin Islands would advance on the away goal rule. You see that? And it's funny because if away goal rule was used in the TCI Anguilla game, then Anguilla would have advanced as well. So, yeah, quite interesting. Quite interesting there. But we press on forward now. Group A, Honduras, Antigua and Barbuda, Cuba, Bermuda, Cayman Islands. Top 2 advances to the third round. Okay. Bermuda, this was supposed to be the generation that Bermuda goes to the next gear, and I'm going to explain why I said that in particular, because they had a great tangent coming up with the likes of Nakai Wells, Reggie Lamb, and Osagi Bascom. With the passing of Osagi Bascom, really has hit the fraternity of Bermuda. I know it wasn't necessarily recently, but I think he was going to be that linchpin in midfield that was going to help Bermuda. But they do have some gems as in their team. Dale Eve. You think about Dante Leverock as well. Reggie Lam is still around at 33. Zika Lewis is playing as well. And then you think about Nakai Wells, who is still playing. He's at Bristol City, I believe. You have Danish Hill, who's at Leicester City right now. Sincere Hall at Hull City as well. So Bermuda do have some players as well. I think, Antigua is a second seed in the group. I think if there's anyone to challenge Antigua, I do think that it would be one of Cuba or Bermuda. So that's what I'd say for that group in particular. MPEC TV, greetings. How are you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. How are things? Oh, MPEC TV missed the video, so I have to show him the video. Bada Bling says, just reached home from work. Today was really hot. Yes, man, today is really hot, man. No, so AC have a turn on from the month of April. Usually AC, you save AC for June, July, August. But no, man, AC have a turn on now, man. It's like fire. Big side, as Mr. Dion Burton said. Let's go to Group B now. Group B is a compelling group. Really compelling, and I'm going to explain right now because anyone of Trinidad, St. Kitts, or Grenada could advance with a Costa Rica. Anyone. I think it's nicely balanced, and I'll explain why. Grenada have their gems. They could, you never know, have a Shandon Baptiste who is at Brentford in their unit. St. Kitts and Nevis, still, you factor in individuals that ply their trade in England, part of the St. Kitts and Nevis squad. One of them, their gems was at the Gold Cup quite recently and played at West Bromwich Albion in the Premier League as well. And many persons know him quite well, and that's none other than the man who's at Cardiff City right now. And what I would say is that it truly is impressive that, you look at the cadre of players that they have, and they have Marcus Rashford's cousin in Louis Maynard and Romain Sawyers, who's at Cardiff now. Harry Panayoto as well, Jay Williams at Crawley Town, Andre Burley, Oxford, Raheem Hanley, who also has Jamaican heritage, was an England under-17 player, rather an England under-19 player in 2012, has Jamaican heritage, was at Blackburn Rovers. Yeah, Harry Panayoto, top goal scorer. He has 12 goals for St. Kitts and Nevis. He scored on his debut for Leicester in the championship back in 2012, thereabouts. But yeah, he's a player that has made some good impression now playing overseas now. Trinidad and Tobago, we certainly know what gems they will. The Knucksford round trip. Okay. Let's do that together, shall we? All right. Let me show you right now, Father Bling, before we get into the other groups, okay? I'll help you, Father Bling, right now. And for those individuals that are outside of Kingston for the June 6th game, all right? So you go on Knucksford Express's website, right? It's knucksfordexpress.com. MPEG TV says, I usually use AC May to October, but now I have to start from March. Turns on 8 a.m. and use fan after 4 p.m. Well said, my friend. You're absolutely right. All right. Now, the next round trip for June 6th. Really want to go to a match. I don't know where at all. Remember, Father Bling, that there's a certain time that, like, say, for example, kickoff is 7 o'clock, match is 9 o'clock. You wouldn't have a 10 p.m. bus or an 11 p.m. bus. So you would need to stay somewhere in Kingston for the night. But let's say that you are traveling from Mobe, right? Let's say that you're traveling from Mobe and that you're coming straight into Kingston, right? And you're going to go on June 6th, specifically. Let's say you want to take it's a 3-hour bus ride, okay? It's a 3-hour bus ride. Let's say it's a 7 o'clock kickoff and you take the 2 o'clock one. You arrive in Kingston 5-ish, right? That means that you'd be paying 4,100 Jamaican one way. One way you'd be paying 4,100. You know, if you're going to take an Knucksford Express from Mobe into Kingston, 4,100 one way. And going back would be similar as well for the next day. So round trip, you're looking at 8,200 or you could say $60 in that aspect of things. All right. So hopefully you get the drift there of what I was saying, you know? Good. Let's go to Group C now. Group C has all CFU teams in this group. Group C, Haiti, Curacao, St. Lucia, Barbados, Aruba. Did you guys know that once you're born in Aruba, Curacao, St. Martin, you're born with a Dutch passport. All right, once you're born in Aruba, Curacao, and St. Martin, you're born with a Dutch passport. All right. Secondly, St. Eustatius and Bonaire, they're like departments of the Netherlands, just like you have Martinique and Guadeloupe that are the departments of France. So the Kingdom of Netherlands, right? The Kingdom of Netherlands, in terms of how it is structured, right? It's like the United Kingdom. United Kingdom is England, Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland, right? The Kingdom of Netherlands, no, it's the Netherlands, Aruba, Curacao, St. Martin. In St. Martin, rather in the Netherlands, Bonaire, St. Eustatius, and Saba would be like are part of the Netherlands. They're provinces in the Netherlands. Provinces, departments of the Netherlands. Okay? So hopefully that gives clarity there. Barbados, one of the strongest passports in the world. You can go to UK without a UK visa. That's one of the benefits there, you know? Father Bling says, yes, I'm from Mobe and I'll do that for sure. Okay, remember the website, you know, Father Bling. Remember the website, knucksfordexpress.com. So the only thing is after the game on the 6th, you would have to stay with a family member or stay in town and then leave first thing in the morning to go from Kingston back to Montego Bay, you know? All right. St. Lucia, not only do they have players in the Jamaica Premier League, but they do have individuals like John I. Donosian at Ipswich, so players that apply their trade in England as well. Curacao, We certainly know about Curacao from the Gold Cup, from Caribbean Cup. We know about Curacao and Haiti. Yeah, that's a very compelling group. Very compelling group. Group D, Panama, Nicaragua, Guyana, Montserrat, Belize. You know what's interesting about Montserrat, guys? When you look at the Montserrat squad, right? And when you look at the Montserrat team that was selected for their CONCACAF Nations League encounters against the Dominican Republic and Barbados, right? The entirety of their squad, 100% of them, can you believe it? They called up an entire squad that plies their trade outside of the country. Can you believe that? They even called up a player that plays in Dubai, in Kaleem Simon. I just find it quite compelling that, they do that. But yeah, players from Walsall, Reading, yeah, don't sleep on Montserrat. Don't sleep on Montserrat. Guyana, same thing as well. Don't sleep on Guyana. Don't sleep on Nicaragua. We have Group E and Group F. We'll save the best group for last. And then we have El Salvador, Suriname, Puerto Rico, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and Anguilla. Anguilla, British Overseas Territory. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, they have players who ply their trade, especially within North America as well. You think about players that have played in MLS as well, like OLX Anderson. Remember OLX Anderson, Seattle Sounders? Yeah. Can't believe how time just goes by so quickly. But a lot of domestic-based players, 2 goalkeepers that play domestically. They have Rondell Thomas, who was at Falkland, last season, Rondell Thomas was playing last season there. Cornelius Stewart playing in Bangladesh now at 34 years old. Chapelle Cunningham playing at Pastures domestically. Alex Anderson is 28 now and playing at North Carolina FC in the USL Championship. Also playing a role in terms of scoring goals. Was at Richmond Kickers previously, and at Seattle Sounders in the MLS. So, quite a journey he's had in his development. Won the MLS as well. Puerto Rico, yeah, plays in the MLS. Suriname in the Netherlands. El Salvador, numerous domestic based as well. Jamaica's Group E, a very compelling group as well. Brando is correct. Brando is absolutely correct. Good advice, Brando. Very, very good advice to your fellow Jamaican. Proud of you. Live 11 Radio says, bless up, Simon. Bless up. How you doing, man? How things? Hope you're doing good. Time hot, brother. Time hot. Hot, 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 hot. That means time I get hot. All right. British Virgin Islands now. British Virgin Islands, their nickname is the Nature Boys. Their captain and their most capped player is Troy Caesar, born and raised within the British Virgin Islands in Road Town. Number of players playing their trade domestically, and they do have players that play in the lower leagues in England. So, for example, the Southern League is a semi-professional league, and it's like the 8th tier of English football. All right. And some play as well in the 7th tier as well. 7th and 8th tier in terms of players at Weymouth, Eastleigh. There's a player at National League South as well, and the National League South is the 6th tier. That's at Weymouth is Italo Forbes, who's at Weymouth, and Eastleigh as well. The National League, which is the 5th tier. So the highest, league where you have a British Virgin Islands player, Luca Chalwell, he's playing at Eastleigh, so he's in the 5th tier of English football. All right. Dominica, domestic-based squad in terms of the gems that they have there. Many people remember Troy Jules from Mount Pleasant. Yeah, a lot of people remember him. Domestic-born coach in Ellington Sabin. players who apply their trade at Dublanc, Harlem United, WE United as well. Many of their players playing their talents there. Glenson Prince, most capped player with 62 caps. 36-year-old goalkeeper. Julian Wade, their top goal scorer, with 20 goals to his name. Plays for Martin United, which is in the Highland League, the 4th tier of Scottish football. The Dominican Republic. Players who apply the trade in Spain, South America, the United States. Guatemala, largely domestic-based squad. We saw 14 domestic-based players that they called up during the Gold Cup. That's something that we saw that was evident there. The Dominican Republic Football League, Liga Dominicana del Fútbol, the 2024 season also determines for them the qualification of their respective teams, and so far we've had 7 weeks of their season, their 2024 season in the Dominican Republic. Cibao leads the way, followed by Universidad OM and then Moca. So that's how things have been so far within the Dominican Republic. And Jamaica, our country, our team, as we continue to move further. Varas has hit the like button, Simon. Yeah. Flowers, what's his first name? Maybe you're talking about Ronaldo Flowers. Maybe it's Ronaldo Flowers you're talking about. Maybe it's Ronaldo Flowers. If the BVI is British, can English players play for BVI? Technically, King, so once you have a British passport, then you can represent the British Virgin Islands. Once you have a British passport, that's how you can play for the team. Once you have a British passport, because the British Virgin Islands are British overseas territory. So once you have a British passport, you can. He's still on the hunt for a club. You know, you see him in the gym often, working hard, working assiduously, you know. But kinging it since 91, once you have a British passport, that is how you are eligible. British passport. So for example, let me just give a random example here. Let me just give a very random example. Let's think about a player, right? Like Crystal Palace defender James Tompkins. James Tompkins has a British passport. You know what I'm saying? So that just gives clarity there. Being in it since 91. Yeah, the reality is that, you know, he needs to find a club. So that's what happens there. These things, great things take time, and it requires a great deal of patience. So we have to be patient, and everything falls into place in time, you know. That is how things are. Everything falls into place in time, you know. And it's not the first time that he's had, you know, this time away from the the sport in terms of not featuring, but we have to be. Let's put all our thrust and support behind him so that he can be involved quite soon in terms of finding a club. So that's what's important. That is the important bit. 2 goals for Jamaica, 1 against Honduras, 1 against Suriname, both at the national stadium. So that's 2 goals. So guys, let's be patient, and in due time he will find a club. So that is very, very important. Oh man, it really is hot. Did you guys see on One Soccer they had a conversation about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as the next manager of the Canadian national team? They did a video about Frank Lampard and now one about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. That's interesting. Yeah, truly compelling. Not something I thought about, to be quite frank. But yeah, we press on. Yes, yes. Yeah, Brownman Security. That's the thing, He's already represented Antigua and Barbuda, so I feel like he would be part of their program, So let's see. I know he's without a club right now. Maybe he's looking for one, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. So one step at a time. Yes, guys, thank you all so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. And make sure you smile when you watch this video right here. All right, maybe just one more time. Yeah. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button to Reggae Boys Commentary right now. Hit that subscribe button.
Hi, I'm Damari Gray. You're watching Reggae Boys Commentary.
I'm Altamont Freddie Butler.
And I'm Ricardo Baby Gardner, and you are watching the Reggae Boys Commentary.
Reggae Boys Commentary, live and direct every time.
This video is brought to you by Andy Gone Nuts. 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876-586-0471. That's 876-586-0471. This video is brought to you by Starboys Juices, infusing fruits with sea moss in Philadelphia and New Jersey. Refreshing, nutritious, and delicious. There are numerous flavors to choose from. There is strawberry sea moss, peanut hard-on, beet and thing, pineapple sea moss, mango sea moss, pineapple ginger, ginger root, cucumber ginger, and so much more. Call Starboys at 1-267-904-3454. That's 1-267-904-3454. Call now and you won't be disappointed. If you think the juices were good, then try Starboys Jello, full of flavor and sumptuous. Again, call Starboys at 1-267-904-3454. That's 1-267-904-3454. Hey guys, thank you so much for taking your time out to watch this video in particular. But let me give you an update on a channel called Sport City. Yes, Sport City. It is a channel dedicated to everything related to Jamaican sports. Football, cricket, athletics, netball, rugby league, rugby union, tennis, lacrosse, swimming, you name it, we got it on Sport City. And what is the channel designed to do? It is designed to highlight Jamaican talents across all of those sporting disciplines. If you're a Jamaican and you're playing that sport, then we got you covered on Sport City. So it's quite simple, guys. Hit the subscribe button to Sport City right now.
Hi, my name is Lee Williamson. Subscribe to Reggae Boys Commentary.
Hi, my name is Joby McAnuff. Subscribe to Reggae Boys Commentary.
I'm Javon Watson, and you're watching Reggae Boys Commentary.
Hi everybody, I'm Darren Moore, and you're watching Reggae Boys Commentary.
Yes, Reggae Boys Commentary, like and subscribe, yeah? Reggae Boys Commentary, like, share and subscribe.
Reggae Boys Commentary, subscribe, like and share. Is that alright?
Hi, I'm Chris Binney, and I'm Jamaica's #1 squash player and 9-time Caribbean champion, and you're watching Reggae Boys Commentary. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe and share button below.
Yes, Reggae Boys Commentary, like and subscribe, yeah?
Reggae Boys Commentary, subscribe, like and share.
Reggae Boys Commentary, like, share and subscribe.
Hi everybody, I'm Darren Moore, and you're watching Reggae Boys Commentary.
Hi, I'm Damari Gray. You're watching Reggae Boys Commentary.
I'm Altamont Freddie Butler.
And I'm Ricardo Baby Gardner, and you are watching the Reggae Boys Commentary.
Reggae Boys Commentary, live and direct every time.